Further announcements or introductions? Seeing no further announcements or introductions, Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to proceed out of order for the immediate consideration of House Joint Resolution 18-1002.
Seeing no objection, we will proceed out of order for the immediate consideration of HJR 18-1002. Mr. Randall, would you like to read the title?
Just like you do a bill.
House Joint Resolution 1002 by Representatives McLaughlin and Winter, all Senator Donovan, concerning the outdoor recreation industry.
Representative
I'll have you do it.
Winter.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move House Joint Resolution HJR 18-1002.
Sorry.
That's what I said, right?
And would you like to have it be read at length?
Yes. Please read it.
All right, Mr. Randall.
Whereas Colorado's outdoor recreation industry annually generates $28 billion in consumer spending, contributes $9.7 billion in wages and salaries, and $2 billion in state and local tax revenue, and supports 229,000 direct jobs across the state. And whereas, in addition to economic benefits, outdoor recreation yields a variety of positive individual and community health impacts, including improved physical fitness, increased confidence and creativity, and reduced stress and anxiety. And whereas the opportunities for recreation and access to Colorado's parks and public land serve as an incentive for businesses and employees to locate in or relocate to Colorado. And whereas nearly 3/4 of Coloradans participate in outdoor recreation activities each year and take great pride in conservation of and access to their public lands. And whereas many organizations and businesses in the state actively work to support sustainable outdoor recreation, including hunting and fishing, and to conserve Colorado's lands and waterways. And whereas Colorado boasts a wealth of stunning lands and recreational opportunities, including the state's more than 24 ski areas, 58 mountains ranked as 14ers, 42 state parks, some 350 state wildlife areas, and more than 300 miles of gold medal fisheries, the Great Sand Dunes, Mesa Verde, Black Canyon of the Gunnison, and Rocky Mountain National Parks, the Canyons of the Ancients, Yucca House, Hovenweep, Dinosaur, and Colorado National Monuments, and the vast grasslands of the Eastern Plains. And whereas these lands and waterways serve as important habitats for a variety of species, and many of these vistas and habitats are on public lands. And whereas Colorado's lands and waters support not only outdoor recreation, but also jobs related to agriculture, energy, and natural resources. And whereas Colorado draws 10 of millions of visitors each year, 82.4 million in 2016, from across the nation and around the world, many of whom visit to take advantage of the outdoor recreation and tourism opportunities that Colorado offers, making the state a leader in outdoor recreation. And whereas these lands and recreation opportunities require well-funded and accessible public lands and waters, and the state of Colorado has taken many significant actions to support and protect public lands and outdoor recreation opportunities in the state. And whereas one of these actions was the 1992 establishment of the Great Outdoors Colorado program, which protects urban and rural wildlife for people and wildlife, connects people to the outdoors, and inspires children and their families to explore and take care of our great outdoors. And whereas in 2016, Colorado's General Assembly passed a first-in-the-nation joint resolution that established a State Public Lands Day to honor and celebrate our public lands and the many and varied industries that benefit from these resources. And in 2017, the General Assembly adopted a resolution in support of our national monuments. And whereas Colorado was among the first states in the nation to create an outdoor recreation industry office dedicated to inspiring industries and communities to thrive in Colorado's great outdoors by focusing on economic development, conservation and stewardship, education and workforce training, and health and wellness. And whereas Colorado's hosting of the Outdoor Retailer Trade Show will draw more than 85,000 visitors per year, generate an estimated economic impact of $110 million, and fuel direct growth of the outdoor recreation industry throughout the state. And whereas for all the reasons stated above, Colorado is the ideal location to host the Outdoor Retailer Trade Show. Now therefore be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 71st General Assembly of the State of Colorado, the Senate concurring herein, that we, as members of the Colorado General Assembly, stand united to enthusiastically welcome the Outdoor Retailer Trade Show, extend our best wishes to all participants and attendees for a successful and enjoyable show, and request that Colorado continue its support for the state's thriving outdoor industry and the many benefits the outdoor industry affords this state. Colorado continue its legacy of funding and expanding access to public lands and waters that provide world-class outdoor recreation opportunities. And Colorado's governor similarly affirms support for Colorado's outdoor recreation industry, outdoor economy, and our public lands.
Thank you, members. Please be seated. We are very excited to be hosting the Outdoor Retailer and Snow Show. Colorado has a strong history of supporting outdoor recreation. We have some pictures behind us of both Representative McLaughlin and I using our outdoor retail gear to enjoy the great state of Colorado. We've developed as a hub for the industry, and that's reflected in the decision by the Outdoor Industry Association, Snow Sports Industries of America, and Emerald Expositions to move the Outdoor Retailer Snow Show to Colorado for the first time this year.
We don't need studies and reports to tell us what we already know. Coloradoans and visitors alike love recreating in our state, and the economies inspired by it benefits all parts of our state. Many of you all likely spend your weekends and vacations enjoying our outdoors and the opportunities to hike, bike, hunt, fish, ski, raft, paddleboard, and more.
That said, we do have some key facts and figures about recreation in Colorado. Colorado is a thriving outdoor recreation industry. It's estimated that it generates $28 billion in consumer spending annually.
It also contributes 229,000 direct jobs, and those who work in the industry have collectively earned over $9.7 billion in wages and salaries.
And 71% of Coloradans report participating in recreation every year. That doesn't include visits from friends and family from out of state.
Colorado drew over 82 million visits in 2016. People come from around the nation and world to experience what we have here.
In addition to buying gear, guides, hiring guides, and stopping to fill up our gas tanks, all of us who engage in recreation in Colorado have generated $2 billion in state and local tax revenues.
Since 2015, more than 75 outdoor company executives have committed to attract, retain, and advance more women as a cornerstone strategy.
Obviously, the stunning mountains, canyons, plains, rivers, and everything in between is why so many want to enjoy our state. But other states have great spaces too and don't see the levels of recreation that we do. It's not an accident. We've been working as a state to promote recreation here, from efforts in small towns like Cortez to big events like the Outdoor Retailer Show this week. We're cultivating this industry.
Please join me in welcoming the following visitors from the outdoor industry. We have Louise Benitez, the director of the Colorado Office of Recreation, and her staff.
Please stand and be recognized.
His staff.
And hold the applause for the end. And we have a lot of people to recognize, so let's clap for them all together in a big thunderous applause at the end. We have Amy Roberts, Executive Director of the Outdoor Industry Association.
Amy? Yeah. Marissa Nicholson, Vice President of the Outdoor Retailer Emerald Expositions.
Nick Sargent, President, Snow Sports Industries of America.
Daryl Denny, Vice President of Emerald Expositions.
Jennifer Holcomb, Marketing Director for Outdoor Retailer.
And Maria McNulty, COO of SIA.
Let's now give them a round of applause. Please stand and be recognized. And we hope you all have a chance to make it out to the show this week. The show is estimated to draw 85,000 visitors, bring in an economic input of $110 million. And you do the last two.
Okay, thank you. It's estimated, the inaugural Colorado show will kick off this week and runs January 25th through the 28th and is followed by the on-snow demos in Copper Mountain through January 30th. This summer, the show will run July 23rd through the 26th. Please welcome, and we're so happy you've come to Colorado. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Representative McLaughlin and Representative Winter. We have a motion that is on the table, and it is for the passage of HJR 18-1002. All of those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed signify by saying no. HJR 1002 is passed. Would somebody like to make a motion on co-sponsors? All right, Representative Winter.
I would like to move that the roll call of the House be incorporated as co-sponsors to Resolution HJR 1810.
Okay, there has been a request to open up the machine for co-sponsors, so we'll go ahead and do that. Co-sponsors on the resolution. Please close the machine. And on behalf of the entire General Assembly, thank you so much for joining us today. It is great to see everybody here. We're very excited about all that you're doing. Next up, we have General Orders, second reading of bills.